In today's lecture, we will discuss about the life cycle of Ascomycetes. As in previous lecture, we have already discussed this general characteristics and different types of fruiting bodies which are present within the Ascomycetes. Now, in today's lecture, we will discuss about its life cycle. As you can see, that life cycle of Ascomycetes includes both asexual type of reproduction and sexual type of reproduction. These both are very important in the overall life cycle of Ascomycetes. During the asexual reproduction, tiny spores which are known as the conidia, that conidia are formed at the tips of specialized you can see hyphae. These hyphae are known as the conidiophore. So during the asexual reproduction, basically the conidias are formed at the conidiophore, and these conidiophore these conidias basically get its name from the Greek word koinis, which means dust, as these conidia seems like a dust particle. So these dust particles or these conidias formed on the conidiophore. If the conidium lands at a suitable environmental conditions, then it grows and forms a haploid mycelium, and in this way their asexual mode of reproduction gets complete. While in case of sexual reproduction, as you can say or you all know, that during the sexual reproduction there is fusion of two different mating types, and that fusion basically takes place within the ascus, and ascus is the specialized type of fruiting body which is present within the Ascomycetes. So you can understand very clearly about the life cycle of Ascomycetes with this diagram. Here you can see the asexual mode of reproduction. These are the hyphae, that are the haploid hyphae. When these haploid hyphae forms the conidiophore, and on the surface of these conidiophores, conidia are produced, and when these conidias land on to a suitable environmental conditions, then they develop into the mycelium. There are different mating types, as you can see that during the case of sexual reproduction, haploid hyphae of two different mating types. You can see that this is the different mating type which we have named as -N, and this is another mating type which is named as +N. So these get close together. As you can see that here these two different mating types get close together, and these produce a fruiting body in which sexual reproduction continues. Gametangia from the two mating types fuse. Here the gametangia of these both different fruiting bodies. This is the fruiting gametangia of -N mating type, and this is the gametangia of +N mating type. Here the fusion takes place and these gametangias fuse, but the haploid nuclei do not fuse. Here there is the fusion of gametangia, but there is no fusion of haploid nuclei. Instead, this fusion produces hyphae that contains the haploid. Here you can see that this is the hyphae which contains the haploid nuclei of both different mating types. The ascus, this is the fruiting body which is known as the ascus. In this fruiting body, basically the fusion of these different mating types will take place. These different nuclei fuse together to form a diploid zygote. Here within the ascus you can see that there is the fusion or the fertilization process takes place, and then zygote formation occurs. When the zygote soon divides by meiosis, after the formation of zygote, here you can see that blue color indicate the diploid condition of the hyphae. So when the fertilization or zygote formation takes place, soon after the formation of zygote, there is the process of meiosis. Then meiosis, after the meiosis there is another process of mitosis, so that 8 cells known as the ascospores are formed. Here you can see that after the process of meiosis, that meiosis produces the four ascospores within the ascus, and after that there is again the process of mitosis, which leads to the formation of 8 ascospores. And when these 8 ascospores are formed, the sexual reproduction is complete, and then these ascospores, when they fall to a very suitable environmental conditions, they will develop into a mycelium, that will be a haploid mycelium, and their life cycle will start again. So this is the whole process, which is basically consists of asexual and sexual mode of reproduction in Ascomycetes. Thank you.